Welcome to our presentation. Toaster is one of the kitchen appliances that needs to be altered because it has some issues. In this presentation, we will look into the problem of the toaster, its solution, its sustainable development goals, and 4 smart design lenses in which the product is being analyzed. Let's jump into the problems. First, it's overheating of coil. This is a major issue in toasters. Due to this, fine to ultrafine particles are being produced, affecting the respiratory tract of human, causing cardiorespiratory illness. Second is its make. Usually, toasters are made of high-density polyethylene plastic, which is a non-biodegradable plastic where disposal becomes difficult. Finally, its power source. In kitchen, most of the appliances use conventional power source, causing a tremendous load in the electricity, eventually affecting the climate.
As for the solution of the problem, we have identified 3 modifications for the product. The first modification is to install solar panels to the toaster, which eliminates the use of electricity. The second modification is to input heat auto-sensors to cut electricity from the toaster when it's overheated. This will stop the emission of harmful particles from the toaster. And at last, we will replace the toaster non-recyclable plastic body with recyclable high-density polyethylene, as it's heat-resistant, recyclable, and sustainable. Each of these solutions shall be analyzed by our crew members in 4 different design aspects.
Toasters are made out of materials like plastic, aluminum, and silicon. The manufacturing process of such kind of materials are extremely dangerous to environment. If we can use recycled material instead of virgin, then it can help environments a lot. Fines and ultrafine particles produced from the burnt bread can cause cardiorespiratory disease, which may even lead to death. If we can install some sensors inside the toaster, then it can help human beings a lot. The recycled material used in the toaster can reduce the cost, and also we can add solar cells on the body of the toasters to make it electricity free to achieve the United Nations affordable and clean energy goal.
There are 4 smart design lenses, namely business aspect, technological aspect, human aspect, and nature aspect. Let's look into the business aspect. The target audience in the business aspect are single, retired, and lower income group since they consume more bread. In United States, if we look at the East, North, Central region, they consume around 21% of bread. In East, North, Central state, we took Michigan as our geographical scope because of its population and its climatic condition. The another important aspect in business is cost. It comprises of production cost and selling fees. Let's look at the difference between conventional toaster and modified toaster. The material cost of conventional toaster is $5.14 and modified toaster is $65. This is because we use solar panels in modified toaster. But the running cost of conventional toaster is $60 since we use conventional energy source, that is thermal power, and for modified toaster is zero. So on the whole, we save around $20 in modified toaster. The next important aspect is business strategy. That is how we take the product to customers. We use word of mouth strategy. This is taking one's product and communicating in different platforms. For example, social media. In social media, we tend to find difficulties. That is, we can't target the audience. For that, we use local viral marketing problem, a behavioral search. That is, if I search anything in Amazon, I'll get that advertisement in Instagram or Facebook. So that is behavioral search.
The consistent use of electricity threats our planet through environmental degradation. Therefore, installing solar panels in toaster will contribute to the environment as it will decrease the dependency on electricity, since solar panels convert sunlight into energy, as shown in the figure, and the sunlight is a renewable source. Applying this modification on the geographical scope chosen, which is Michigan, will help reduce the gas emission as Michigan is a leader in gas emission in the US. Similarly, using high-density polythene instead of non-recyclable plastic will make the toaster more recyclable, which decreases the number of materials sent to landfills. This will help us combat climate action and achieve Goal 13 of the Sustainable Development Goals.
Toaster market is growing rapidly. As shown in this figure, it is proven that concentrated market is only in the Europe and North America. Most users forgot to turn off their toasters in time, which leads to overheat and smoke when cups are not cleaned out properly. It sends tiny toxic particles into the air, which deposits into the human organs such as the liver or heart and lungs. This causes air pollution when it compared to standing on a busy road. In the market, only a few toasters models are available that are especially made to have a healthy heating element, which produces a less heat, but they are very expensive.
Technology plays an important role to make the product sustainable. Firstly, we can use the solar cell to make the toaster more sustainable. We can clearly see from the pictures that the normal toaster consumes 900 to 100 watt of electricity on daily basis. If we can use the solar cell on the body of the toasters, then it can produce 300 watt of electricity per hour. So if we can charge the toasters for 3 hours, then it can complete the daily need of the consumer. Also, by this way, we can make the toasters cordless and electricity free. Secondly, we can use the recycled plastic instead of virgin one. We can clearly see from the pictures that the toasters are made out of materials like plastic, silicone, stainless steel, and aluminum. So these are the manufacturing process of these materials are extremely dangerous to environment. If we can use low alloy steel instead of such materials, then it can help environment a lot, and it also helps to reduce the cost of the toaster, which compensate the price of solar cell. Thirdly, we can use different sensors to make it more sustainable. Firstly, we can use thermal sensors. Thermal sensors detect the temperature of the toaster. If the toast is baked, then the thermal sensor turned off the toaster automatically. Secondly, the smoke sensors. The smoke sensors detect the smoke inside the toaster. If it detects smoke, then it can turn off the toaster and alert the consumer. Thirdly, we can use the infrared sensor. Infrared sensor detects if anything is inside the toaster or not. If nothing is detected inside the toaster, then it can turn off the toaster automatically. By this technological way, we can make the toasters more sustainable.
As a conclusion, the cost after alteration will somewhat be more than before, but the end will outcome as on everyone and prove technology as a boon. The analysis indicate that replacing electricity with the solar energy will be the most sustainable option, which will attain the affordable and clean energy as a solar power is a renewable energy source. Thus, by implementing it will boost the economy. We can reach the target of the 3 sustainable development goals, which are good health and well-being, affordable and clean energy, and climate action.